You are now rocking with the Cool Cats and me, the D.E.V. Now, this is obviously a channel for people who like cats. Most of you anyway, I'm assuming. Otherwise, you wouldn't be talking to your cats like, "Ooh, look at your boo, this cool, this boo, my shooting, woody, woody." Yeah. I mean, they alright. But there's definitely some consequences with owning these jokers. It's not all skipping down the yellow brick road. So today I'm going to touch on a few. Not to go crazy with it or anything, but hey, people need to know. There may be some people out there who don't have a cat, but they're considering one. They need to know both sides. And for those of us who already have a cat, have we completely lost our minds? What am I doing? Hey, if you down with the vibe, like and subscribe. Now, the first cat consequence is that they shed. Oh boy, do they shed. Now, the funny thing about this is that when I was researching the Devon Rex breed, which is what Batman and Robin are, one of the main reasons I decided to get them was because that breed wasn't supposed to shed. Well, that wasn't the case. If I miss 1 week brushing Robin, when I go to pick him up, you would think it's snowing in this apartment for all the white stuff flying around. So when I wound up getting bruh, man, I didn't even think about it because I was already used to Batman and Robin shed. Well, I should have thought about it because he's even worse. A couple of times it even caused confusion in the house. I had to get to the bottom of it. Hey, Batman, you know anything about that long black hair I found in the sink the other day? No, I know it's not yours. But you had that pretty young thing over here. Hey, Robin, how are you, fella? I'm trying to remember. Did I ever have that talk with you about the birds and the bees? No, not the ones outside the window, man. Never mind. So, bruh, man, you had a good time at your birthday party, huh? You turned 1, didn't you? Yeah, that's right. Now, Batman, I'm telling you now, tell your lady friends to clean up my bathroom before they leave. Trifling girl. Probably horsehair anyway. It took me a minute before I realized it was bruh man shedding. Another consequence of having a cat is they disrupt your sleep. In the wild, cats sleep most of the day and hunt at night. So they are on that clock. My cats get buck wild around between 1 and 3 a.m. So I'm sure a lot of people with cats are all too familiar with them waking you up in the middle of the night when you have to be at work in the morning. This can be a problem. A consequence of having a cat is that you will have scratches on you pretty much all the time. Now, I probably have more than most because this is the man cave, and we do play a little rough over here sometimes. But I've gotten scratches when they jump off my lap to chase one another, or when I'm cutting their claws and they're trying to get away. It happens without them trying. So this is a cat consequence. Yet another consequence of having a cat is that they absolutely do not come when you call them. Batman! Batman! If you really want them to do something, 9 times out of 10, you either have to go where they are or go get them and bring them back where you are. Either way, you're getting some exercise. Now, I say 9 times out of 10, because Brother Man is a little different. You see, most of the time, I don't have to call him because he's right there wherever I am. But when I do call him, he comes 75% of the time. Batman comes too, maybe about 50% of the time. It may take him about 5 minutes to figure out if he's gonna come or not, but it does happen sometimes. Now, Robin, cat consequence number whatever, traveling. As with any pet, it can limit your time away from home. Cats, however, are a lot better on their own than most pets, especially if you have more than one cat to keep each other company. So 2 or 3 days away from home is usually fine as long as you keep the proper amount of food and water down. Now, you're probably gonna need a gas mask to get back into place, of course, because of the litter box. But hey, it is doable. Anything longer than that though, and it's still doable, but you'd be looking at additional expenses for either boarding them somewhere or paying for a service that you can, pay someone to come in and feed them, change the litter box, etc. These things could limit your travel or how often you do so, which would make it a consequence. As we know, there are pluses and minuses to everything. And even though there are cat consequences, their pluses far outweigh them. I wouldn't trade them for the world, and I'm sure you feel the same. So remember, treat your animals well. They didn't ask to be there with you, but now all they have is you. Treat them like family, fam.